want these things cold. Okay, guys? To get the best results, make sure you guys do that. So for this, I'm also going to add cranberries, and I'm also going to add some oranges. Okay, guys?
Chef,
Nice.
did you half the eggs? Or
I did not have it. Thank you. Thank you for the catch. 7 ounces. So I need to, yeah.
3.5. A lot of eggs.
That's good.
Lord.
Appreciate that. Cranberries is going to be 6 ounces.
How many ounces?
6 ounces. By the way, it's in your book, guys. In the lower part, it tells you raisins or currants. You understand, right?
Yes.
And it says 12 ounces already. Back on. This cutting method will be the same application as the biscuit. We want the fat to be broken into a pea size. Okay. We're going to do 2 zest. Sorry, 2 whole oranges. Yes, ma'am.
How'd you do that? I know.
Sonia, if you want an orange, I can give you an orange.
I don't want one. I don't.
That has not been perturbed. Here I am with my natural oil all over it.
Oh, the other thing that y'all wasn't in with your oil. Might
Right behind you, Tyler, can you give me a cutting board, please?
Yes, Chef.
Thank you, Tyler. Okay, let's get it on, guys. What's the first move?
All the dry ingredients.
Thank you. I'm going to cut the fat. Place it into my drawing. So, you know, the procedure has not changed, right guys? So it's kind of like a rewind, if you will, right? And again, I'm going to go ahead and use my drawing as an aid so that I can cut my fat without the fat being stuck to my bed scraper. So yeah, I tell you, tomorrow we're going to be rather noisy.
Yes.
This means that we're making good progress. No, it's individual. It's individual. Otherwise, you know, you're not going to get a true practice. But I do want to emphasize it's half the recipe, guys. Now I know why I asked for a full recipe, because I wanted to make sure I feed you guys. But it's half the recipe for you guys. Which program is it? You all right?
Right here.
Rabbi, you have flu symptoms? No?
No, sir.
No? So again, you know, we flatten it out to check it out. What you can't see, you cannot actually cut. Okay, I'm very satisfied. What do I do next?
Make a well.
Then you moats.
Demo is never really a time to actually, you know, show off your skills or anything like that. So I want everybody to actually realize that I will never do anything that I don't want you guys to follow through. And the reason why I'm showing you moat is because of this. If your milk falls to the ground, it's an automatic fail on your practice. Everybody understand what I'm saying, guys?
Yes, sir.
If your milk falls, it's an automatic fail. Okay, guys? I'll give you a really nice hug, but that's about it. Please make sure you guys do a double circle, right? and start collapsing from within, right?
Yes.
I know you guys mean well, but if you don't follow it like the way I showed you, milk is going to be on the floor. Okay, guys? Now you get a kind of sense as to how the early pioneers actually worked with their pastry. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Because they didn't have kitchen. I've always get this sense of like, you know, like what these housewives really had to do, had to endure. And I think, you know, when we do something like this, it's almost like a tribute to them. So you guys notice I put the eggs that's been beaten, right? You don't leave them whole eggs in there because otherwise you're gonna have lumps, yellow here and egg whites over there, right guys? Beat it, and then you're gonna go ahead and just distribute all the ingredients that you're going to add. For your pleasure though, I'm also going to add a little bit of pecans with the assistance of Lawrence. Let's just go and get a little pecans. Right here, so.
Wow.
Lawrence.
Lauren, not being helpful.
Just throw a handful in there. Throw the whole bag in.
Thorough. Sure you want it more on the top?
Someone's hand said, hold now.
That's good. Thank you very much. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to collapse. Okay? Collapse the inner circle, but first what we're going to do is we're going to throw the dry ingredients right over it, right? And predictably, it will collapse and the liquid will start coming out. Everybody got that, right?
Yes, sir.
But I think I'm just going to speed up the process because you guys know what my point of attack really is. Okay, guys? It's always using the inner walls to actually move more dry ingredients so that the wet and the dry can get acclimated to each other. Again, the reason why I'm going to go ahead and the reason why I think this you know, demo is so poignant is because you guys get to see me do this twice and 2 more times until you guys are kind of like, okay, I get it. Okay? As long as I have flour on the outer extremity, my liquid is not going to go anywhere. Okay, guys? Now, but there is a fine line of like, you know, that outer wall does not look like a wall. If it is like, you know, like that thin right there, then it's not going to go anywhere. Does that make sense to you guys? Right? Okay. I did everything you showed me how to do, Chef, but it didn't work. We won't have that kind of conversation. Right, guys?
Right.
We'll make sure of that.
There are more wet ingredients in this one. Do you agree? Right? And then it just happens to be more fat as well. Right, guys? You guys notice how easy this came about?
Yes.
But you guys also please pay attention as to, now that I got the majority of the liquid in a safe zone, I still don't take this away, not just yet. I'm going to start compressing it from the top. Then I go ahead, and once I don't see any liquid, I'm safe. Yes? And this part never changes. You are going to compress initially, otherwise the liquid will not distribute properly. Does anybody here eat scones?
Go, chef.
I've never even heard of scones.
Breakfast cookies.
You've been dating the wrong boyfriend. Okay. We gotta
We're
get
back
you
on
better.
that again.
What's going to happen is that because the flour is nice and wet, and because the fat has never been really creamed into it, some part of the fat will actually come off. These are the specks or pieces that's actually going to create like a steam capsule. And they're going to start like expanding, and they're going to evaporate eventually, creating those layers that are very flaky. Okay, guys? Nothing has changed, right? The methodology is the same, right? So would you say it looks the same? In terms of the way, kind of like, it's not smooth skin or anything like that, right? It's the same. But the smell is way different. It smells really good. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the same now with that. I'm going to give you a heads up. Please, let's not overthink this. You're creating saran wrap so that it has room to expand with your dough. Okay, guys? Chef, yesterday, did you have it about 6 inches long? Let's not overthink it, guys. All you're doing is creating a pocket. So you don't have to use excess flour. So you can expand the dough. Okay, guys? The scones are going to be slightly thicker than biscuits, and it's not due to the fact that you see these like at Starbucks or anything like that. The English, they like to actually cut these in half, and they put Devonshire cream. Has anybody had Devonshire cream?
Go, chef.
You guys ever heard of triple cream? You know, when farmers milk the cows, there is the fattiest part, which is the curd, right, guys? Right after the curd, there is that quadruple cream. It's almost like cheese consistency. In fact, when you buy it, it's like cheese. But when you whip that up with a heavy cream, that heavy cream it's like drugs. It's so good. It's so good. And you slap that on something like this, and it just, can you imagine the excess fat you're eating? And then it just goes down like butter. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. If you guys ever want to buy Devonshire cream, go to Central Market or Whole Foods. They will have a vial about that big. I believe they're about $12. But it's worth it if you love your mother. You want to do a little tea party for her. In moderation, of course. You know, don't feed her the entire thing.
So you take that and whip it with heavy cream?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and Try not to put any sugar in it. The essence of fat itself. You know that, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Milk that's not pasteurized is a beautiful thing. I'm not sure if anybody has ever had non-pasteurized milk, but it's so flavorful and it's so, like, it's awesome. I don't, I hope you guys will have an experience in which way you guys will be able to taste non-pasteurized milk. Because non-pasteurized milk, actually, the cream actually floats to the top. Okay? Have you ever seen your milk do that?
Nope.
No.
No, chef.
This also goes to the refrigerator.
Like ready meat also.
I would say this thing is about 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch.
Sorry.
Shannon, don't start.
And
The next item that I'm going to do is going to concern you guys because you will be making it so that you can use